All right, we're going to start a new Hype document. We're going to head over to our scene inspector, and we're going to change it to the default iBooks author widget layout, which can be found in that scene inspector full landscape view, 1024 by 768. I always like to change my viewing canvas to about 50% so I can see the entire screen. On the left-hand side, we can add scenes just like adding slides in a keynote presentation. Scenes are essentially slides to that keynote presentation, and we're going to create a little interactivity between all of those scenes. So simply just hit the plus button and add as many scenes as you'd like, or you can add them as you build your widget. We're going to go to the elements, and we're going to add in a few buttons. Now, as you hit that elements button, there's lots of other different elements you can add in there. So we're just simply adding a button, and we're giving it a normal state of a little bit of a gray color and regular font in the pressed state. So when that button is tapped, the bold font will be highlighted. So we're just going to press Alt and click each one of those buttons to clone them. And then we're going to create the other pages of this widget. So we're just going to quickly change the font or the text that goes inside each one of those buttons. And then we're going to create some interactivity. Each one of those buttons is then going to jump us to our different scene in our Hype widget. So we'll just take a second to rearrange these and order them, stretch the practice one out here a little bit. And then we can select all, and we can distribute those and align them to the middle of the page, distribute them horizontally so that they appear equally distributed, and then we'll just drag them and center them up. Hype provides those nice guidelines to just kind of give you an idea of where things are on your page. You can also in Hype Pro put a grid behind that so you can get exact pixels, down to the pixels measurement. So right now we're just going to take that menu and we're just going to copy and paste that on all of the scenes of our widget. And then we're going to go back and we're just going to add some different colors and interactivity. So we're just going to change the background color so that when we're on the home page, we'll know that we're on the home page by the home menu being designated as red with white font. And we'll do the same thing for the other pages. When we're on the Learn page, we'll change the Learn button, background color, and font so that it's white and red as well. And then we're going to create a little bit of interactivity so that we can jump between these scenes, and the button colors will tell us which scene we're on. Okay. Now that we've got our scenes all set up, you can see that we're going to create some interactivity. So we're selecting the button that we want, and over on the right, the Actions Inspector will allow us to create all these different actions. And so on mouse click, we are going to create a different action for each one of these mouse clicks. So as you can see that we are creating we're asking them to jump to a scene, and the scenes are simply the slides. Over on the left-hand column there. So in the left-hand, on each one of these menus, we have to go through and grab each one of those buttons and tell it to jump to a scene, which scene to jump to, and we'll show you what that looks like here in just a second. This is going to give this widget very much like a website kind of feel, where you click on a button and it will take you to that new scene. So let's just make sure we have all of our buttons selected, and brings us all back to the proper scenes. And then we will use the built-in previewer here in Hype, and we will preview what that looks like. So up on the top menu bar, we'll select Preview in Safari. We'll open up, and if I click on Learn, it will go to Learn, Practice to Practice, Quiz to Quiz. And these are all jumping between those slides based off of the interactivity we've created.